Ladies and gentlemen, boys and girls, children of all ages, hello there, I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes, All Things Rocket Raccoon. In this video, we're going to go over all of Rocket Raccoon's current powers, most of Rocket Raccoon's costumes, and some other cool Rocket Raccoon rocketness. I have to say, as far as the characters in Marvel Hero goes, Rocket Raccoon was probably the one going into this game that I knew the absolute least about, and it still holds true today. I still don't know much about his backstory. I've never read anything with Rocket Raccoon in it, never even heard of him until I found out he was in Marvel Heroes, so there you go. I don't know how he evaded me all these years. But what I do know about him is from the bio of the game, which apparently he's 4 feet tall. He weighs 55 pounds. He seems like he'd be a good candidate to punt across a field. Anyways, this guy is the closest thing to a summoner type that we have in this game. He summons all kinds of stuff. He has a pet, he'll summon turrets, and he also has blasters, so he's a ranged. Also, what I did learn about him is he is a member and sometimes leader of Guardians of the Galaxy. Alright, and starting out with the costumes, first off we have Rocket Raccoon's modern costume. This is apparently what he's modernly wearing. I don't know. I really don't know anything about this guy or his costume, so I'm not really going to have any stories about any of them. All I know is this is his modern costume. This is his original green costume, and it does look a little bit interesting. It looks a lot different than the other costumes, to be honest. The other ones give me off like a steampunky vibe. This one gives me off kind of like I don't really know, but it's definitely different. This is Rocket Raccoon's Guardians of the Galaxy Marvel Now costume. It actually makes him himself a bit darker, and the costume is more sleek fitting, and it looks a little different. He's got some, you know, different designs on it. And this is the Rocket Raccoon Marvel Now costume. It's somewhat similar to the first, where it's got like the buckles up front. Although it's got a lot of stuff going on in the back here. It's got these gadgets. I think they're guns, but they could be part of jetpack. I have no idea. Yeah, this is his Marvel Now costume. He's showing us his butt. And that's it. This one's got green. This one's kind of like a mixture of all of them, kind of. He's got the gloves and maybe the jacket from the first one. He's got the green from the original. So be sure to tell me what your favorite Rocket Raccoon costume is in the comments below, and I will show you what my favorite Rocket Raccoon costume is at the end of this video. Starting out with Rocket Raccoon's powers, we'll start out in the Galactic Guardian tree. First power you get at level 1 is Quick Shot. It's a basic fighting power, fire pistol shot that damages the first enemy in its path. This will do energy damage and has a synergy with other basic powers, and the energy damage goes up as you put points into it. Next up, at level 12, you get Forceful Shot. Fire a powerful shot from your blaster that knocks back the first enemy in its path. It's very similar to the last shot, except this one has a slight little knockback in it. This does energy damage as well. As you put points into it, that will go up, and it also has a synergy with Quick Shot. This is it. As you can see, this one punts the guys back, so if you just keep hitting them, as long as there's only 1 or 2 guys, you could potentially just knock them back forever. Next up, at level 8, you get Energy Barrage. Hold down the hotkey to fire a continuous barrage of energy beams. This does energy damage. As you put points into it, it will increase the energy damage. It's just one of these shots where it just fires like a machine gun until you let go of the button. And you can rotate and stuff while you're shooting, and it just drains your spirit. At level 18, you can unlock the power Rocket Pack, where you hold down the hotkey to activate your Rocket Pack and fly above enemies and obstacles. It gives you a haste to your movement speed while you're doing it. And you can also fly over enemies and obstacles. This is what it looks like. You just fly with the Rocket Pack. Little raccoon. Oh, that's so cute. Oh, look at that cutie flying around. Yep, that's it. You just fly. You can fly over stuff. At level 28, you'll get my personal current favorite of the Rocket Raccoon powers. At least the stuff that I can shoot myself. Big Flarkin' Gun. Wait, how does he even carry a gun that big? That's what the thing says. Anyways, this does energy damage. Per second you hold the key down. And as you put points into it, that energy damage will go up. It's one of these, so it just shoots, drains spirit while you shoot it, and just melt them. It just melts enemies. At level 2, you'll be able to unlock Personal Death Screen, activate a protective energy field that negates some incoming damage. This will absorb some damage. As you put points into it, the damage that it absorbs and negates will go up when you put the power on. Gives you a little bubble, and you'll just take less damage with this bubble on. Oh, and this is your energy shield, so there you go. You can see the shield capacity. As you get hit, that will go down, and then once it's off, it won't be on anymore. You'll have to cast it again, like so. At level 20, you'll unlock Tactical Destruction, hold down the hotkey, then release to fire a devastating shot that blasts each enemy in its path. This power deals extra damage by draining your shield capacity. So if you put the shield on before shooting this, you'll do extra damage. It does energy damage, and spend 20 shield capacity for 50% bonus damage. As you put points into this, the percent bonus damage will go up, and the energy damage that it does will go up. So we'll get a full shield on, we'll run up here. This is what it does. It's a charge attack. You let go, you can click it once and it will just do less damage. It'll still one-shot these trash guys though. And as you can see, the shield capacity goes down a little bit with each shot. And starting out in the Tactical Genius tree, the next power we have is Cunning Shot. This is a fighting power. Roll out of combat firing a blaster shot that slows an enemy. This does energy damage. It slows their attack speed / movement speed by 20%. The slow duration will last for 5 seconds. And as you put points into it, you'll increase the energy damage. The slow will stay the same. This is what it does. You shoot the guy, you'll actually shoot him, roll backwards, and it will slow. You can see he's got those spaghetti legs. So now we run slow. At level 24, you'll unlock Cunning Plan. Devise a tactical approach that allows you and nearby teammates to dodge attacks. As you use this power, you'll get a dodge bonus of 1% and a duration of 5 seconds. As you put points into it, the percentage will actually go up, as well as the duration. This is what it looks like. Buff. Now you have the buff, you can tell because you're glowing all blue, and it will also go on to teammates. At level 4, you'll be able to unlock Blaster Turret. Set up an automated turret that blasts your enemies. This has a duration, it has its own health, defense, damage, and spirit cost. It has a synergy to 1% of turret stat points and other turret powers, so that's all the points. As you put points into it, you'll increase the duration, the health, the defense, and the damage of this thing. So, yep, this thing has its own health. It's like a pet basically, but it does sit in one place. We'll see if we can get some guys to attack it, and it will definitely attack them. See, it's just blasting away over here. Let me take care of some of the garbage. See, they're all shooting it, so I'm just standing here, and it's fighting. It's killing them. Oh, this guy wants to shoot me now. Unfortunately, I can't see its health, so I don't know when it's going to die, but it's still taking the garbage out, and they're wasting all their efforts on it. I could just stand back and blast them while they're just shooting at the turret. At level 14, you'll unlock Time Dilator. Set up a high-tech gadget that slows enemies nearby and enemy projectiles. This has a duration of 30 seconds at level 1. It has health, defense, and when it explodes it will do damage. As you put points into it, all that stuff will go up, the duration, the health, the defense, and the damage. It's like the other turret where they will attack it. Here it is, it slows everyone. They all have the spaghetti legs in this range. You can see there's kind of a faint blue circle around it. And I'm going to see if I can get it to explode. Now this does also slow projectiles. You can see their bullets are actually flying really slow through this thing. And it exploded, it dealt damage to everyone that was in range. At level 22, you'll unlock Shield Generator, where you set up a large force bubble that deflects incoming projectiles. This has a summon duration, health, defense, damage on explosion, just like the others. Same synergy, so all of these turrets work together. If you put points into one, they'll all benefit. And yeah, as you put points into it, you'll increase the duration, health, defense, and damage on explosion, just like the others. So this is what it does. You pop down this turret, and it will work like the other one. They'll attack it, it will explode and blow them up, and this bubble here will deflect incoming projectiles. And finally for the turrets, at level 26 you'll unlock Suppression Turret. Set up an automated turret that stuns your enemies. This has the same thing as all the others. Duration, health, defense, damage on explosion. As you put points into it, those things will go up, and it has that same synergy once again. Target stuns enemies for 0.4 seconds every second. This is what it looks like. You put it down and it will just keep stunning them once a second. So while they're all just dancing and stunned, you can just shoot away at them. They're also shooting at the turret, but they are constantly getting stunned over and over again. I'm sure that's really annoying for them. At level 10, you'll unlock Stun Grenade. Toss a grenade that stuns nearby enemies when it explodes. The stun duration is what goes up as you put points into it. Here's what it looks like. The raccoon jumps into the air, chucks a grenade, and it stuns enemies. Let's get out of here. And finally, in the Tactical Genius tree, we have Gravity Mine. You'll unlock this one at level 20. Toss a device that redirects gravity to pull all enemies in towards it. This does physical damage. As you put points into it, you'll increase the physical damage that it does. This is what it does. You throw it down, and it just pulls enemies in. Alright, and starting out in the Space Raccoon tree, we have Pistol Whip. Surprise your enemies with a strike that might stun a foe. This does physical damage, has a chance to stun. Stun duration. As you put points into it, you'll increase the chance to stun and the physical damage. This is how it works. You'll just cold clock guys. If you want to give dudes rabies, this is probably the closest you're going to get to actually giving enemies rabies as Rocket Raccoon for now. Next up at level 6, we have Burrowing Escape. Burrow underground to another location, causing your enemies to briefly ignore you. This will have an ignore duration of whatever, and it will have a range that you'll go underground. As you put points into it, you'll increase those things. Now, this is what it looks like. You just burrow underground, and the second you're underground, you lose enemy aggro. At level 16, you'll unlock Timely Recovery. End all negative conditions affecting you. If you end a negative condition, you get a short speed boost. Now, this will give you a haste to your attack speed and movement speed when you use it to end a negative condition. The haste and duration will be based on how many points you have in it. At level 1, you'll have the passive power Shrewd Dude. Your size and cunning make you a hard target to hit. This is just a dodge bonus. As you put points into it, your dodge bonus will go up, and it's just a passive power. At level 12, you'll unlock Senses. I really don't know how to read that word, so yeah, that's what you get. It's another passive power. Nearby enemies can't hide from your keen raccoon senses. This is just one of those radar detections. Enemies will show up as a red dot on your radar. As you put points into it, the radius in which you can see them will go up, so you'll be able to see them on your radar from farther away, and your defense penetration will go up. Level 20 will get another passive. That's 3 in a row now. Wily Scavenger or Willy Scavenger? I have no idea. Apparently I can't read today. I'm having trouble reading these passives, huh? Anyways, each orb you collect restores spirit and recharges shield capacity in addition to its normal effect. As you put points into this, you will increase the shield capacity restored, and possibly the restored spirit, but I have yet to see that go up. So what this means is you see the orbs that are laying on the floor, red orb, blue orb, whatever, all those orbs that are on the floor. On top of what they already do, they'll also give you spirit and shield capacity. And finally, in the Space Raccoon tree, you'll get My Friend Groot. Summon your big buddy, the Mighty Sentient Tree Groot, to fight your enemies. He'll do damage when he's initially summoned and dismissed, so that's like a chunk of damage right there. He'll last a certain duration. He'll have health, defense, damage. As you put points into it, it will increase all of those things, the damage when summoned / dismissed, his summon duration, so he'll stay out longer, his health, his defense, and the damage he does with his normal attacks. This is what it looks like when you summon him. Boom, he's a big tree. He actually summons where you click the mouse, so you can aim him at a target if you want to summon. And this is him. I'm not even going to attack these guys. He's just going to go mess them up. He'll just chase these dudes down for you and fight them all day. This is what he looks like close up. He's a big tree guy. And to be honest, I would not want to mess with that dude. And Rocket Raccoon's ultimate power, which you get at level 30, is Spatial Warp Array. Set up a device that immobilizes nearby enemies and prevents enemies from using teleportation and summoning powers. This will last 3 minutes. It'll have health, defense, damage on explosion, which is pretty high. It'll cost spirit, and it'll have a 20-minute cooldown like all ultimate powers. Now, the interesting thing about this ultimate power, which I just found out for myself today, and I don't think I've ever seen in another ultimate power, or I at least haven't noticed it. It might be there and I just haven't been paying attention, but it actually has a synergy with other turret powers, these guys up here. So, +1 to turret points in other turret powers, whatever, blah blah blah, 1% that is. This is the turret right here. You plop it down and it just immobilizes them all. Look at, they're even attacking it. Let's go ahead and plop down another turret. Let's put on our armor. Let's call out Groot. Yeah. And this is it. So you can go all out. This is your ultimate power. It basically just crippled this room. They can't do anything to me. And we just went and ravaged it. Alright, and it's that time for the end of the video. I told you I would tell you what my favorite Rocket Raccoon costume is, and it is this, the Rocket Raccoon Marvel Now costume. I really enjoy this costume, mainly because of all this stuff he's got going on in the back. I don't know why, I just like it. When you're running around doing battle and you see all this crazy stuff, it just adds to the character. When he whips out these big blasters and starts like busting ghosts down. I know that's not what he does. But anyways, yeah, I don't know, I just like the fact that those are on his back. So that's why this costume trumps the others for me. Now that brings us to the end of Rocket Raccoon, but if you're wondering, I've also done All Things videos on Spider-Man, Iron Man, Thor, Wolverine, Hulk, Captain America, Punisher, Black Panther, Cable, Cyclops, Jean Grey, Ms. Marvel. That might be it. I don't know, I could be missing someone, maybe not. Definitely check out my channel. I have all kinds of heroes, and I'm putting new heroes up all the time, so if you want to see them, that's where they're going to be. And yeah, if I don't have a hero up that you would like to see, be sure to request that and I will get to that. Anyways, I guess that's all I've got for you today. So I just want to say thanks a ton for watching. I hope you have a great day. I'm Degen. This is Marvel Heroes, All Things Rocket Raccoon. Bye.